Storyboard, I'm Shibani Gharat. Group M's Wavemaker is celebrating 6 years this November. This agency was formed in 2017 through the merger of Group M's legacy media agencies, Maxis and MEC. Back then, Wavemaker started out with offices in 90 countries and over 8,500 employees, and some major global clients like L'Oreal, Colgate-Palmolive and more. In September 2019, Toby Jenner stepped into the role of Global CEO, and only a few months later, Wavemaker unveiled rebranded new look, which the agency back then called the New Wavemaker. This was March 2020. 2 weeks from this announcement, the world went into a lockdown owing to COVID-19. And after this, most part of their 6-year journey for Wavemaker, the agency had to sail through a global pandemic, 2 wars, several macroeconomic challenges. But over the past few years, the agency has come a long way, and specifically their India business has done exceedingly well, having won new businesses and several awards and accolades globally. Wavemaker today is one of the top 3 media agencies in India. We are catching up with Global CEO Toby Jenner in an exclusive TV conversation during his recent Mumbai visit. He is also joined in by Wavemaker's newly appointed APAC CEO Sindhuja Raj. Wavemaker is celebrating 6 years this year. To tell us more about their 6-year journey, we are joined in by Toby Jenner, Global CEO Wavemaker, along with Sindhuja Raj, CEO Asia Pacific. Welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Toby, let's begin this conversation with you. 6 years for Wavemaker, and over the past 6 years, this agency has been through quite a bit. First, setting up the agency, then, there was a pandemic, 2 wars, macroeconomic challenges that the whole of advertising industry has been through over the past couple of years. So tell us, what have been the defining moments of this journey?
Well, I've only been here 4 years, so I feel a bit of a fraud with the 6 years. Someone else did the hard work of the actual merger. I think for me, the key standout moments would be, one would be the global conference that we had here to relaunch Wavemaker. I think it was 2 weeks before the world shut down at the end of February 2020. And that was really to bring this idea of positive provocation to the wider Wavemaker network and leadership to then take back to their local markets. The idea to empower our teams to have a point of view on our clients' business and to give them permission, if they needed it, to go out and take that to our clients. So that idea around positive provocation, our product, our narrative and our design and look and feel was all launched here in Mumbai. So it's kind of nice to be home in a weird way for the launch of what I call the new Wavemaker. The work, I think, would be a standout. And again, to bring it back to India, the work we've done on Mondelez with Shah Rukh Khan, which has won multiple awards. We said we were going to retire Shah Rukh Khan and the Mondelez work in that respect, but I think given we're here, it's very pertinent. And then finally, I think new business. We've got an amazing local-based business when I inherited Wavemaker 4 years ago, but I thought there was more global and multi-market business we could take on. And so winning the likes of Danone globally, Audible globally, winning multiple assignments for L'Oreal have really built on top of Colgate, which we have globally, and Paramount theatrical as well. And we're currently #1 on the Convergence new business table. So fingers crossed we stay there for another 6 weeks through to the end of the year.
Great. And you're here in Mumbai. You guys must be meeting a lot of clients. What are they saying? What are the conversations that you have picked up?
Yeah, great question. So we've met a few clients, and I think generally, firstly here in India, it's about accelerating growth. It's a growth market. We see the economy growing double digits. We see our industry growing in excess of that. So it's really ensuring that clients are getting their fair share of that market growth, and how they do it, looking beyond paid media, looking at how they balance performance and brand building equity activity, and really looking at that full funnel through to that performance piece and the commerce. I mean, the breadth of commerce opportunities in India is really stark and much greater, I would say, than many other markets.
Now, Sindhuja, I have to ask you, a couple of months since you have joined Wavemaker, tell us what have the past few weeks been like for you, considering also one of your key markets, which is India, was going through a festive period around this time and also a festive season marrying this entire cricketing World Cup over the past couple of weeks.
So for me, I think the most heartening thing, first of all, has been to meet all the people in the organization. I joined and then we had a summit in Singapore where we brought in all our Southeast Asia team members and spent some time with them reviewing the work that we are doing across all our clients in that part of the world. Followed it up with a visit to Australia, met up with our clients and our teams there. Again, a very strong momentum in that market for Wavemaker, which is very heartening to see. We went to Shanghai and I met a couple of our clients in China as well, Hong Kong, and then I'm here in India. Toby has been very kind. He actually traveled with me to all the markets to introduce me to all the markets. And what strikes me is the energy, the passion of our team members in Wavemaker as an organization, which is something which I see as consistent across all our markets. I think the anchoring around positive provocation and the anchoring around being focused on clients and their growth has been a very big differentiator for Wavemaker.
Having said that, what is the task that Toby has cut out for you going forward?
It is how do we ensure that we become a lot more strongly engaged, embedded with our clients, their growth journey and their growth aspirations. And then we bring that back into our organization to see that we are literally driving the organization to fulfill that. Because there is a huge opportunity for us as a network where we tap into the larger network as well to pull in capabilities to deliver against that ask. And I think we are placed very in a very effective manner from the partnerships that we have with our clients. They're very deep partnerships, they're long-term partnerships, and hence it is very crucial for us to be the partners on the table, trusted partners on the table to drive and accelerate growth for them. And most of our clients, from a portfolio point of view, are literally asking that as one single ask.
Over to you, Toby. Consolidation within agencies is happening at a rapid pace in this advertising industry. And we have seen Maxis merge with MEC to form Wavemaker a couple of years ago. A lot was being said back then when Wavemaker was taking shape. But tell me, what are the learnings over the past 6 years from this entire consolidation to form a Wavemaker?
Well, I think the first thing is you have to take the difficult decisions and take them quickly. That for me is something that I don't always get right, but I think on the whole in the Wavemaker journey, certainly from the time I came in, we had some challenges around talent, around the product that we had, and we made some changes and we did them quickly. And I think that served us in great stead for the remainder of the period of time. And in terms of the journey, I think it's really been about building on what is already a fantastically strong local business around the world. We've got incredible strengths in markets. And what we needed to do was layer on top of that some global and multi-market client relationships or grow multi-market relationships. So we've had an amazing run with L'Oreal in terms of the pitches that we've won, something like 22 out of 26. Just recently added Middle East, North Africa, which is where I'm off to next. And a number of others such as Paramount and their streaming business around the world. Winning Audible globally, winning Danone globally. So it's really layering on top of that wonderful local market presence that we've got, that global footprint as well. And we're not perfect, we haven't finished, but we're certainly moving in the right direction.
It is time for a short break. This conversation continues on the other side of the break, and we are also catching up with some industry folks at the 19th edition of IAMAI's Marketing Conclave. catching up with Wavemaker's Global CEO Toby Jenner in an exclusive TV conversation during his recent Mumbai visit. He's also joined in by Wavemaker's newly appointed APAC CEO Sindhuja Raj. Before slipping into a short break, they spoke about the journey so far. Let's now find out what lies ahead. Sindhuja, what made you switch to the agency side, coming from the client side?
So I started my career on the agency side, and I worked across many networks in India for around 13 years before I made a shift to a client organization, and I spent 13 years there, right? One of the key reasons that I wanted to come back to what I call the heart of what I practice, and I'm a media practitioner, right? I wanted to come back to the heart of the practice because I had a great learning experience in Mondelez, one of the best organizations that you can work for. Cadbury is a great brand.
Always good to work in a chocolate factory.
Always, always. Lovely organization, amazing, inspiring brands, and great people to work with. I think it gave me a very good experience in understanding of how businesses operate, and a very in-depth knowledge of what are the challenges and opportunities which exist in client organizations and businesses, and how do they navigate them. I also hence wanted to bring back that knowledge, to
the
my
agency
industry,
side. Yeah.
because in a client organization, media is what I would define as a support function. It is not heart of the business. So for Mondelez, chocolate and biscuits is heart of the business, right? But in an agency ecosystem, we are the heart of the business, and I wanted to come back to the heart of our
Heart of the business. Yes. Having said that, and you also come with fresh set of eyes on the agency side. What are some of the things that you have noticed moving in from the client side to the agency side? Also, what are some of the challenges that media agency faces today?
So I think one big learning that I'm carrying back with me when I'm coming back to agency ecosystem is we need to ensure that we are focused on what our clients need from us. Because we exist because of our clients, right? So ensuring that we are able to leverage the strength of our network across all the capabilities that sit, whether it is within WPP, within Group M, is very crucial, because clients come to us seeking solutions, and they really trust us for those solutions. So that's one big opportunity. I think a big challenge that media agencies are facing from clients today is an ask for help and support across driving transformation on one end, which is around marketing transformation, enterprise transformation when it comes to digital, and the ecosystem has become a lot more complex, right? And then on the other hand, you also have to manage the whole price value equation. And how do you ensure that you are actually delivering across that the value chain and the value exchange that the client is expecting from you? Are you mapping yourself with the right capability to be able to respond to the both sides of those questions and queries? Is a very big one, because sometimes the bias could be more here, whereas the reality is that we have, as media agencies, we are the most well placed as practitioners to have an end-to-end understanding of how brands.
Yeah, I'm taking a cue from that, and that's such a great answer, Sindhuja. Toby, you've been in like a media agency setup for such a long time. How has the role of media agency changed or shifted today?
I'm going to build on what Sindhuja said. I think we're much more the front door to access the breadth and depth of capabilities of the wider group now. I think in days gone by, we were much more of a perfunctory service performance deliverable investing media dollars. I think now it's really about how those media dollars across shared, owned, earned, paid, across the breadth of our capabilities is what I'm seeing clients demanding more increasingly. And when you plug into that breadth and depth of WPP, we're looking at whether it's AI or production or content or creative or addressability, or consultancy services, you know, those levers that can really unlock additional growth for a client, that can drive the working dollars that they're investing behind their business, minimise the non-working dollars. So I'm really seeing much more of a consultancy type approach for our clients' business now to really unlock growth.
So what are the things that you will be investing in globally and in India market over the next couple of months, couple of years?
I feel as though I need to lie down after what we've endured for the last 4 years. Investment-wise, I think it's really doubling down on those levers for growth that our clients are demanding from us. I think there's a huge amount of opportunity in the area of content, in the area of addressability, and now increasingly through our relationship with NVIDIA, how we can produce content with AI across multiple different audiences. And for me, that's what really excites me, creating this flywheel of growth of clients have a lot of data, how we can unlock that data into audience segments, how we can serve content to those audience segments through addressable platforms, and then review and see where the growth is really coming from. So I think that's one area. The area of innovation, applied innovation, not innovation for innovation's sake, but applied innovation, which really is fueling clients' business growth. We have a business that packages all these capabilities in a consultancy practice, which we've launched in a number of markets. I want to see that rolled out into every key market around the world to fuel clients. Now, some clients will have there are 7 applied practices. Some clients will have maybe 5 of those as business as usual. Some will have 2, but it's really ensuring that we've got all those opportunities in place in market for our clients. With regards here in India, I mean, we had a wonderful session yesterday with our team. We saw lots of opportunity around the content team. George, who we've got, I think, pretty unique in the much we've got a creative director in the business here in India, so he's developing content. As I said, we've got permission to play in content when we're doing it through the lens of how we optimise media dollars being invested. So forever and a day we've done it through audiences or through media platforms, but now we've got the opportunity to look at how the content being served on those platforms can be optimised. And I think with George and the team here, we can really lean into that. So that's a huge area of opportunity.
Yeah, and we spoke about, and I asked you about what is the task that he has cut out for you. But sticking with India, what are some of the tasks that you have cut out for the India team, for Ajay, for Shekhar? What are some of the targets that you've set for the team? Let's just begin with you, Toby, and then we will move over to you, Sindhuja.
Well, we had a little conversation.
And they have done really well.
No, they've done well.
Wavemaker India has done really exceedingly well over the past couple of years when it comes to global award wins, client wins. So moving forward, what are the targets and tasks?
The task list for Ajay and Shekhar is building off a very strong base. So, they've done an amazing job. In terms of their top line growth, they're double the global average, and we've grown considerably globally. And in terms of the profitability, it's 3 times the global average, right? So they are really, really smashing it. So all credit to Ajay and the team. There's some new business that I'd like to see brought into the market. There's 2 in particular that I'm not going to name, unfortunately for you. But I think they're huge. Huge opportunities. So that is one area. I think some of those specialist practices that we spoke about have got room for growth. But look, they're building off a very strong base. So
number 2 in India. So maybe displace Mindshare to be number 1?
No, because it's all part of the family. So
it's a healthy competition within.
Well, look, do you know what? I think that's something that's really changed is the collaboration that we now have as an organisation, and that's been really healthy to see. And some of the things I was seeing yesterday, I was saying, well, have you shared that with Mindshare? Have you shared that with Essence Mediacom? Because we need to do it once and do it brilliantly. And I genuinely think some of the work that we're doing would further enhance the broader group. And equally, I said, go and ask Essence Mediacom about an area. because I think they're doing it really, really well, and we should lean into that. So again, I think what we'll see more of is more standardization. Sounds like a dumbing down. It's not. It's a raising the floor and the ceiling of what we do. So we do it once and we do it brilliantly across the group. And that's really something that we're looking at, not only here in India, but beyond into the region and globe.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for this conversation.
Pleasure. Thank
so
you for
much.
having us.
Moving on, the 19th edition of the Internet Mobile Association of India, that is IAMAI's Marketing Conclave, was hosted in Mumbai this week. On the theme, Tomorrow's Canvas, Tech, the Art of Marketing, we caught up with a few industry leaders on the sidelines of this event. Ashray Baliga gets you all the action on ground.
I'm here at IAMAI's 19th Marketing Conclave, where the main focus today has been understanding technology's evolving role in marketing. There have been various interesting panel discussions on this topic, and we can't wait to see what the future holds.
We are going back to good storytelling. As a marketer, we look at it at a 360-degree kind of a template, and a lot of it is coming out from the mass marketing and from the ATL space, and then trickling down to digital. So, unlike maybe a few years back, where people would have said SEO or SEM and then digital, and then you would have brought it back to the brand. In my case, I have found that there is a lot of opportunity for us as marketers to tell stories. So that's one clear trend which is coming. The second thing is that at a CMO level, I think our own roles, depending on the size of the brand that you manage, is expanding from pure play communication to also espousing a lot of the ESG related stuff, community building initiatives which are happening, and a lot of initiatives which are happening at a hyper local level. When I say hyper local, it's not just the technology which is being put into play, but also on ground events, activations meant for specific pin codes. That's the other play which is distinctly happening.
So most of the dating apps that right now we have seen, especially in the metro cities or English speaking India, were made for the West and are just being marketed here, right? We are actually building for the homegrown home user. We have localized the whole experience. We understand India as well as Bharat users. In fact, now more than 55% of our registered users and 45% of our revenue is coming from tier 2 and tier 3 cities of India, right? And a lot of them, that is coming from vernacular users now, right? So we are building for the real grassroots level Indian, and we hope to continue building for them and make them happy and deliver value to them.
We have seen plethora of technologies getting emerging. I see 2-3 different types of work which are moving from introduction to experimentation, innovation to kind of becoming full stream. One part which is clear-cut emerging big time has been associated with generative AI. The second thing that we are seeing is personalization using communication channel, right? We are seeing a lot of brands work directly on their own data where they have a consumer insight and knowledge and their numbers. They're reaching out to the consumers directly and communicating with them. That's the second big trend that I'm seeing. I now clearly see serious amount of investments coming into data stacks across the industry, right? Broadly, so to summarize, in 23, I see 3 big things which have seen uptake on the generative AI side, massive personalization, and data focus.
The trend that the reel in which Deepika Padukone also was making, the reel, and it's a business model that she operates on, where she does Insta Live and she sells her clothes in a boutique in a small place in Delhi. But I think it's authenticity of the content which is which matters more now to the user than seeing the repeat stuff which has been done over and over again. So I think what has really changed is authenticity. What has also really changed is advocacy. You're getting more and more regular people coming and engaging with the brand if they feel strongly about it.
Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.